Alright, NT8 on the porch once again. Gotta love this shit. Had to wait a couple days to do this video. This has to do with the McKinney, Texas white racist cop. Going all racist and shit on the blacks. The kids at the pool party. Yeah. Pretty awesome. But I got the skinny. So I'm gonna let you watch this. And I make comments through it because it just, all you gotta do is watch it. Put yourself in that cop's place. Now what I want you to pay particular attention to is the way these kids start confronting this cop as he's trying to deal with his, quote, suspects. I'm not saying he's 100% right, but I will tell you he's 100% right in saying, fuck it, I quit. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. And that's what the entire police force is going to do throughout the United States. You watch. It's already happening in Baltimore. Dual Sport, Yamaha. Needs a front fender. If you got a hold of me a year ago, I would have had a fender for you there, dude. But seriously, you really need to look at, especially when he goes to draw his gun, he's got these chicks coming in, even though they're teenagers, but we all know that teenagers don't fucking shoot cops or shoot other people. Bloods and Crips don't really, they don't handle guns and shit till they're like 19, right? 20, 26. So he's got these chicks, he's telling them to get the fuck away. And then all of a sudden these two dudes come around, roughly the same age. So then he gets up off the chick in the bikini and he draws his gun, and then two other cops come up. So then he knows he's got backup because they actually touch him. And then he looks and he goes, okay, I got backup. I can put my gun back away. Fuck's sake. I'm just a white guy. But then at the end of this, I'm gonna put a black mom up there that will try to explain to you basically the same thing I'm saying. She doesn't agree. She doesn't agree with exactly what went down either. However, she's basically along the same thought I am. You do stupid shit, you're putting the officer in a position where he's going to have to, put it bluntly, he's going to have to fuck you up. So don't do that shit. But also take notice in the beginning of the video, when he starts ordering some of these kids that are well behaved, he tells them to sit the fuck down, and they do. And then there's really no more problem with them. But I don't know. You be the judge. And today's Friday, and this is kind of like a response to Throwback Thursday from my man Robert Robb. And I guarantee you, Robert Robb is so fucking happy he's no longer a cop. Well, the Friday Night 40 hasn't started yet, so oh well. I'm on the Friday Night 12. Here's my video. minute to 8 on the porch. And I'm looking at some weird fucking rides going down the road. We'll catch you later. Now I'm going to show you the other, I don't know, 17 minutes that you didn't see, that the press didn't show. Here's the entire Texas thing that's caught on video. It's gonna be a while. Oh, he goes down once. Go figure.
Yes, a flashlight. I got a flashlight, my nigga. Oh shit! This nigga fell. Hey, let me go give it to him.
You don't hear any ghetto accent there.
Hey, it was his. It was his. No, it wasn't his. It wasn't his. It was his.
I'm saying, don't take off running when the cops get here. What's up, man? Oh, thank you.
It was that guy.
One of these. Okay, guys, I appreciate it.
None of them were involved.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
It was this guy's. It was that guy's.
Whoa, sir, get on the ground. Hold up, sir. I told you to stay. Get your asses down on the ground.
Okay, now you're freaking out, dude. Cut it out. But he's not beating anybody. Oh, here's the 14-year-old. It's eventually going to get thrown to the ground.
Sir, we just came to a birthday party, please. We'll figure that out in a minute, sir.
But yeah, the cops just showed up to do this. Nobody called them to come solve a problem. Hey, check it out.
Yo, Richard, what color was it?
It's navy blue.
He was told to sit down, and he did. No guns on him.
Right now you're safe. Don't make me fucking run around here with 30 pounds of goddamn gear on the sun because you want to screw around out here. Y'all keep standing there and run your mouths. You're going to go too. Get out of here. I already told you. I don't care. Leave. You're leaving now. You're leaving now. You are leaving now.
That's 4 times. 5. 6. 7. 8.
Jumper, what the fuck is going on?
8 times they were told to leave. Okay, now here they come back. Here come the homeboys. Fucking A, I'd draw down on his ass.
Oh, God!
Hey, Rick, down, on your face!
No, that's not resisting. Even though he told her on her face.
Hey, y'all film me. Y'all film me, okay? But you chill out. I'm literally a female. abusing her. You put on his gun on her. No, I didn't. Get your butts out of here.
That's my cousin.
He pulled out his gun on her. I don't know.
Now take notice, he already used his cuffs once. So now he doesn't have another set of cuffs right now. Well, maybe you shouldn't have resisted. Oh, here comes another suspect, cuffed.
Adrian, you good, bro? Adrian, hey, I'm going to tell you one more time, get your ass out of here.
There's 9 and 10 telling them to get the fuck out of there. Remember that dude? He's the one that charged him. So here comes the next set of cuffs.
Sir, we just came here. Let me explain something to you all again. I personally told you to get on the ground and stay, didn't I? And what did you do when I walked away? So you just did what everybody else did. And what everybody else did was illegal. You did it, and you got caught. They didn't. Now you're sitting here paying for it. I don't have a problem. That's not my problem. I asked y'all to sit. You became a part of the mob. You could have been the guys that were doing right, and you weren't. So now you're sitting here in trouble. You're going to sit here until you get this figured out. Hey, guys.
Okay, good morning. I'm on lunch break, and I just had a discussion about the McKinney police officer, the incident that happened at the pool party. And of course, things got a little, I'm going to say heated, based on people's different viewpoints. So I want to give my viewpoint on the McKinney police officer. And some of you might like this, some of you might not. But I think ownership needs to be placed where it should be, and that's in the parents. Do I think that the incident was excessive? Yes. But do I think it was necessary? Yes. Parents need to take ownership in what their children are doing and hold them accountable for their actions, as well as the parents should be held accountable. The first thing is when the officers arrived, the kids started running. People do that. You know, I get it. It's kids. Ooh, the police, you take off running. Where I say parents are wrong is that you should teach your children that when the police arrive to a scene, you stand there and you wait for instructions just based on, you don't know what's going on. The police officer does not know what's going on. Secondly, everyone has, or is in an uproar about, you know, they reframed the black kids and not the white kids. The white kids weren't running. The black kids were. And I'm black, by the way. The first incident with the little boy sitting down, he told them to sit down. When he turned his back, they took off running. He chased after them. He made them sit down. with the little girls that everyone is again so upset about, he told her and her group of friends 3 or more times to leave. They chose not to. That last time when he told her to leave, she walked off and mouthed something smart and turned around to the officer. At that point, he grabbed her. No one's looking at the fact that she had 3 or 4 little friends that ran up on the officer. First of all, let me back up. He grabbed her. When he grabbed her, she started pulling away. You cannot pull away from an officer. At that point, that's a threat. So he had every right to detain her by any means necessary from Malcolm X. That's the first threat on him. Number 2, her friends ran up on him. That's threat number 2 on an officer's life. Again, these are kids, but kids kill too. Let's keep it real. Number 3, the other group of kids that were behind this officer ran up. One little boy bucked up as if he was about to strike the officer. At that point, the officer did grab his gun, and he had every right and probable cause to pull the trigger, which he did not. Another officer touched him. He stopped. He refrained the little girl, and at that point, the other officer chased the other little boys and brought him back. Another officer walked over, put the little girl in handcuffs. Yes, she is saying, call my mom. At this point, he has not only been threatened 3 different times, not knowing who else is going to run up on him, not knowing how strong this little girl is or what the situation is, because again, they still have not figured out what's going on. So everyone is again so upset because he grabs her, he's holding her down, he has his knee in her back. What is he supposed to do? Calm her down, hold her gently? He's an officer. You do what an officer says when you're put in that situation where an officer has to detain you. Now let's get it straight, for real. We black. We are dealing with 430 years of systematic genocide. Nothing has changed. You are still black and walking. Are all officers bad? No. Are all officers good? No. But you still have to follow protocol. It's about, again, the parents and teaching our children to respect authority figures, whether it's an officer, whether it's a teacher, whether it's just a parent walking down the street. We are so quick to say, they better not touch my kid. If they touch my kid, all hell gonna break loose. No, your ass gonna be in jail with them. Now, again, I got sidetracked because this is very emotional to me. There's been so many black murders that I have said, that was senseless. That person didn't deserve that. Did this situation get heated? Yes. But what people need to be thinking about and thankful is that that officer did not shoot because he had every right to. We could all be talking about a funeral right now versus he pulled her hair. He didn't have to put his foot in the back of a 14-year-old's back to refrain her. She wasn't resisting. She started out resisting. So that's what happens when you don't listen to the authorities. Now, my break is over. I'm going to breathe. And again, parents, be accountable for your children. Children, know what you're supposed to do. If you don't, then speak to a teacher, a coach, or somebody on what you should do when the police ask you to stop. And these situations will stop happening. Have a good day.